Hi, Aquarius. This is Kathy Mamelin, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless, no contact, low communication reading. I'm going to ask my spirit guides what is going on with the person that's on your mind. What are they thinking and feeling? What are their intentions? Any lessons that we're learning at this time? Any guidance spirit has for you. So welcome, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. If you're new to my channel, I'm so grateful you were guided here. And thank you all to all of you who are helping this particular channel to grow. Spirit, please share with me for my Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, my person on my mind. What is it that you want us to know? I'm listening for you now. I have different goals. We don't want the same things. And that could be true. Sometimes we start out thinking we want the same things, but over a period of time, we feel like we've grown apart. Part of me feels like that's an excuse, that somebody's saying, you know, I can't give you what you want, or you're on a different timeline than I am. You know, you want to be committed and settle down and have kids, and I'm not anywhere near that for many, many years. So we could be on a different timeline, something like that. But maybe they're using it as an excuse to escape, Spirit just said. I have cover up, trying to prevent the truth from coming out. Okay, so what's the, what is going on? You know, sometimes people do the old, they say one thing, but there's something going on behind the scenes, you know, that I don't think this is working, and I haven't been happy for a long time, even though everything's been fine. And then it's almost like they're coming up with these like fake excuses because they want to get out, and they've been behind the scenes, you know, talking or seeing somebody else. So they literally are just trying to come up with excuses to get out of this relationship when this relationship was perfectly fine and you guys were doing great. But what was happening is they're cheating on you, you know? So, no, it's not because you're not happy. It's because you wanted your cake and eat it too. So that is going on over there. So trying to prevent the truth from coming out. Yeah, the cover up. I mean, that's a big one. Partial. There's more to this story. I do feel, I always believe the truth comes out. I do believe this is, I feel like there's a day and time that you get that closure. Many of you, you know, hope for some closure if there's something going on. But you do deserve the truth. You do deserve apologies. You do deserve all of those things. Sometimes we don't get them, but we do deserve them. I love this. You look amazing. You look even better in person than the last time. So I've been covering up what's been going on with me, and I didn't probably tell you what was going on. And meanwhile, I'm still checking you out. And there's a sense of, I want to know, you know, who you're with. I want to know what you're doing. And I always love the person who says, I don't want to be in this relationship, and they kind of go and do their own thing. And then, but they don't want you to move on. They don't want you to meet somebody new. They don't want you to start over. It's like, can't you just wait to see if this is what I really want over here? No, I'm not going to wait to see if this is what you really want. So don't wait for anybody. Don't chase anybody. Okay. They're big people. They have your phone number. They know where you live, and they can come knock on your door if they want to talk. I have a Six of Swords. Yeah, they're struggling with you moving on. I have a Sun. Wow, they're really having a hard time. I have a King of Wands. Okay. They're freaking out. Okay, they're freaking out. This is a feeling of they're so afraid that somebody is going to fall in love with you. You're going to fall in love with somebody new, that you're going to start over with somebody else, and you're going to like them better, right? You're going to love them better. So they're also tremendously afraid of you being physical with somebody. Look at this dragon. It's almost like they're a fire-breathing dragon, like they're jealous behind the scenes. They can't stand the thought of you being with somebody physically. They're really having a hard time with seeing that you're moving on and seeing that you look amazing, and that the chances are that I would assume there's a lot of people that would want to be with you. So they don't like that. They don't like that. It's almost you made the bed and now you're laying in it and you're not happy. So they did this to themselves, Spirit just said. Okay. I'm going to say payback's a bitch, like that's how it's coming into me. Sorry. Maybe that makes sense to some of you. But it is a feeling of, you know what? I love you. I love you from afar, but you really hurt me. And I just want the truth. I just need you to talk. I have a Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. I have a Ten of Swords, and I have a Ten of Pentacles. So this feels like, you took apart what we had. You took apart something that we had built, okay? Whether it's an investment in time, energy, it could be years for some of you. It could be an investment in a home. It could be a marriage. It could be a lot. But this queen is standing strong, and this queen is waiting for answers, is how they just said it. This queen is not going to settle until somebody comes forward and says, this is what happened, this is what's going on, and this is the truth. Okay. So unless they're willing to do that, then payback and karma is a bitch. And they're really starting to feel it. They're really starting to feel it. So I'm not saying I wish somebody to be, they're the dog that's been put in the doghouse, And it's like, maybe they deserve it for a little while. Maybe they didn't know it was coming to them. Maybe they thought you were just going to wait over here while they played and figured their life out, and then they would just pick up where they left off, and that's not happening. Spirit, can I have some initials? First initials, last initials. What is it that you want from us? Honest answers, brutally honest readings. The letter F, the letter B, O, K, D, T. I have an O. I have an E. I have an L. I have a T. I have a D. E. A. I have another A. I have an M. An I. I have the letter R today. I have a D, and I have the letter G. So some of you, those could definitely connect to. Spirit, tell me more about this connection. Sometimes people are oblivious to what somebody else's reaction is going to be to defend themselves and to show themselves their own respect. And it's like it's so beneath you to grovel. It's so beneath you to chase. It's so beneath you to... You're just not going to do any of those things. And maybe they thought that that's what you were going to do, but you're not going to do those things. And maybe they're really shocked at that. You're doing the opposite. You're looking good and you're moving on. And they don't like that. They do not like that. I feel you even though we are apart. So psychically, emotionally, absolutely, you could still feel that invisible string. I mean, what is that? I mean, for those of you that ever felt like you've been tied to somebody like that, define that invisible string for me. We all know what that feels like. It's like, how do I let this person go? How do I get this person out of my system? We know what that feels like. I want to feel that way again. I want to feel connected to you. I want to feel in love with you. I am grateful for the spiritual lessons. I don't know if they're saying that right now. Maybe there will be a day in the future that they look back and say, we had to go through this in order to be where we are today. But I don't feel like they feel that today. I feel like they're struggling with the thought of you sleeping with somebody else, to tell you the truth. I wish I could take back my words. That I agree with. I can't stop thinking about you. You don't know how hard it was to let you go, to push you away. I feel like they had something to run to. Not all of you. This is a general reading for many people, but I feel that they made the choice. They made the choice to see if there was an option. You're not an option. So many things remind me of you. You know, now I'm becoming obsessed. Now I'm seeing your name. I'm seeing your car. I walked by somebody the other day and they were wearing the same perfume that you wear, or cologne. And, you know, now all of a sudden it's like you're everywhere. I left when I saw you with someone. That could be you. I hide behind material things. That feels like I could attempt to come back to you and try to buy your love. Okay. Maybe this person was very generous. They helped you with bills. They helped with a portion of the rent, the mortgage. They helped with the kids, you know. So maybe this person has been very generous in this relationship, and they're going to try to buy your love back because thinking you still need those things. So be careful with that. Nobody can buy your love. We know that. We will be together again. This person is starting to get I will fight for you energy. So I'm wondering where that is coming from all of a sudden, because is it because you pushed them away, or because they are seeing that you're so easily moving on and they don't like that feeling, like they feel like they've lost, so now they've got to come back and try to fight for you? Spirit, please share with me. I have a transition. Okay, we're in between. I won't leave you behind. Yeah, there's definitely a feeling of I want to fight for you. So, you know, karma's kicking their butt. Karma is saying, you hurt somebody and you're hurting, you know, because of it. And it's kicking their butt and they don't like it. And then the thoughts of you being with somebody else is enough to drive them crazy. So something's going on. Indulgent. Okay. I feel like they may start love bombing you again. And I have unbothered. You seem unbothered by all of this. Maybe you're really struggling and maybe you are having a hard time, but you're doing a good job at looking good and feeling good and looking like you're moving on. So good for you. Yeah, I feel like their impression is like you aren't missing a beat and you just moved on from them. And you know, but there's just so many secrets behind all of these feelings, is how I feel right now. I'm trying to release. I'm trying to let go. I'm trying to not show how angry or resentful I am. That could be you. I'm going out with my friends. I'm having a good time. I'm doing nothing wrong. Okay. You could be posting on social media that you're having a nice time. You went out to lunch with some friends, family. Here I am. You know, aren't I looking good? You're not doing anything wrong, is how I feel. You're the one that walked away, is how it came into me. You know, so now all of a sudden I'm the bad person. Now all of a sudden I'm the one who's out partying and having a good time, and I'm the one who has no feelings, you know. So they're throwing their bad decision back on you. They're throwing their mistake of walking away, that somehow it's your fault. And you know, it's twisted. They're saying it's twisted. Like there's so many levels of energy. There's so many levels of miscommunication and non-communication and stories that don't align, that, you know, it's like you just don't even know what to believe. So I'm going to say, keep doing what you're doing. You're looking great. You're feeling great. This person may come back and try to love bomb you, try to buy your attention, try to fight for you. You have to decide whether what and if their behavior was acceptable and forgivable. I want to be more than friends. Don't be in the friend zone with them. This is too intimate and too emotional to be friends with this person. I want your touch. I want you in my life. I feel like they're going to come back and fight for you. I can't get you off of my mind. They're becoming obsessive at this point. The karma and the energy coming at them is, what have I done? I can feel the pain. I can feel the void. You're a reflection of me. So there's that kind of twin flame energy that you must be feeling the same way. Tough times are stopping this connection. Are they using excuses? Work. I got to work. I don't have money. This and that. So are they throwing excuses into the mix? Improve your finances. Maybe they aren't happy with that they did help you or tried to help you, or maybe they always gave you a hard time that you're not making enough money, or you're not working hard enough, or you're not working for whatever reason. And but maybe that was a decision that you guys made as a couple. Maybe that was something that you guys were fine with for a long time. So what's changed? So if finances are involved, do what makes you happy. That feels like resentment. I feel like the way they're saying is that just do what you want. Just do what makes you happy. If being with me doesn't make you happy, then don't be with me. So I feel like that was sarcastic. I feel like that was like throwing it back in your face. Like, I don't make you happy. I'm working on my finances. So finances could be behind the scenes going on. I'm not ready to love you the way that you deserve to be loved. Then don't come back. Because if you can't give me what I want, if you can't give me and be all in and be there emotionally for me, don't love bomb me. Don't fight to get me back and then give me empty promises all over again. So figure it out. Figure out what you want. Okay. In the meantime, I feel like Spirit is proud of you because you're looking good. You're picking yourself up, you're taking care of yourself, you're moving on, and that is where you need to be right now. Okay, this person has some catching up to do, they just said. So they have some emotional catching up to do, they have some learning to do, they have to kind of find their own way. So I feel like they've got some catching up to do to be at your level and to basically win you back if that's something that you're interested in. But we're going to put this out into the universe. Karma is kicking their butt. I want to thank Spirit for this reading today. If you are new to my channel, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Thank you always for your kind words and your comments. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, please check out my website at KathyMammelin.psychicmedium.com. Also, check out my other two channels, my main channel and my Pick a Card channel for lots of love readings, and I'll put the links in the description below. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I'll see you all again real soon.